What if you never had to mow the lawn again? You could spend your weekends firing up the smoker, smoking some ribs. You could be kicking back with your family while the robot does all the work. Today, we're gonna be reviewing the SUNTEK RTK Robot Lawn Mower, and we're gonna see if it is the ultimate backyard assistant. SUNTEK, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. We're really excited about doing this collaboration, and yeah, let's check this out. So we're gonna unbox the SUNTEK RTK Robot Lawn Mower. I cannot wait to get in this box to see what it looks like. So let's do that. Let's get into it. I think that's the actual lawn mower. All right, so I think this is some accessories. Let's check it out. Perfect. This looks like the charging station. Okay. All right, and there is the charging station. That is so cool. All right, so this is the charging cable that will charge up the RTK Robot Lawn Mower. Perfect, we got some screws there. Awesome, so. And what I'm assuming is this guy is gonna help it get back to the station. Okay. All right. Are we ready for the big reveal of the lawnmower itself? So first things first, we do have our user manual. Awesome. And operator's manual. Look at that thing. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. All right. Yeah, you can see the blades there. You can see the cameras there. The wheels. Man, that thing is so cool. Awesome. All right. So we will get this all set up and squared away, and we will get to using it. So I'm looking for like external boundary wires and an external RTK pole, but I can't find it. And that's because the SUNTEK RTK Robot Lawn Mower doesn't have it. It's actually built in. No boundary wires. It all is through AI and all through the mapping that you can do manually. So you don't have to have those boundary wires, and you don't have to have an external RTK antenna because it's already on the base station. So we're gonna go ahead and get this all set up. We're gonna get it charged, and we're gonna get to using this bad boy. Attach the RTK antenna. First, we're gonna attach the base station. It does come with screws, so we'll go ahead and put those in there. And before you put the actual RTK antenna on here, you're gonna wanna open up this back panel right here, and you're gonna connect it to the one that says RTK. And you'll see it kind of has a white tape and it says RTK. Make sure it's completely lined up so it screws all the way in. Otherwise, you're gonna have some connectivity issues. All right, it's gonna clip right in there. Perfect. That is all set up and squared away. And then we're gonna put on this back panel again. There we go. So it's sticking out right there. Good to go. Now we're gonna get it kind of in its place where it's gonna be housed, and yeah, and then we'll get it all charged and we'll start mapping out the backyard. I wanna go over this because it's important. You wanna make sure the LoRa line is pointing out towards where the robot lawnmower comes in, okay? So make sure it's pointed out that way. And now we're gonna go ahead and get it in its spot. What we're gonna do is we're gonna set the map in the different zones. So you can actually have 5 different zones in one map. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to do it manually, and then we're gonna let AI do it a little bit, and then we'll have it start its first session. So here we go. All right, we're gonna confirm, create the map, and it's gonna make sure it's all connected. Perfect, hit next, create station. The robot's gonna come out. Perfect. And now we're gonna create the map, okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually set this as a starting point right there. It just kind of makes it a little easier for us. All right, now it's gonna start recording our map. So here we go. It's kind of cool. It's like almost like an RC car or a video game. You have these digital joysticks. And you kind of see the map or the zone just, starting already. Then once we get past this bush, I'm gonna go ahead and let AI take over for a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and let AI take over. So I'm gonna do auto mapping in the upper right-hand corner. We're gonna confirm. It's gonna get its bearings, and there it goes. All right, it has found the lawn line now, and it's gonna go alongside that. I think it's doing a pretty good job. And what it will do is it will just go all the way around and figure out the whole zone. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take back over to have it go just a little bit faster, because the AI is really taking its time to make sure it's getting everything. And I just wanna get this zone set so we can get to mowing. I wanna see this guy in action. All right, so we're gonna start going up this hill. And if you know about hills, all the water definitely drains down, and so the nutrients. So it's really hard to grow up here at the top of this hill. So we're just gonna go along the grass line and kind of skip the dirt. So we're just not mowing dirt and wasting battery on dirt. All right, and you can really see this map forming, right? We're gonna try to get as close as we can over here. And we are almost back to our starting point. Okay, so that's gonna be our, our first zone. And now we're gonna do is we're gonna set a no-go zone, because we have a tree that's kind of in the middle of our yard. So we're gonna go ahead and set that. And you're gonna notice that it stops recording because I'm setting a no-go zone. Okay, we're gonna set this as a starting point for our no-go zone. I'm gonna hit confirm. And you're gonna see it's gonna be in red instead of that yellow kind of greenish color. Okay, we're gonna save that boundary, confirm. Perfect, finish map, confirm. Awesome, now we're gonna send it back to the charging station. Okay, perfect, now it's all docked. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start its first task. So we're gonna hit start. And on the task, you can do like standard mode, or you can have it to where it cuts twice, which we're not gonna do. We don't need that fine. I like it to be 60 degrees. So I like when I'm looking down from our deck, I like to see the lines going this way. So we set it at 60 degrees, which is perfect. Edge cut mode is close, I like that. Obstacle avoidance is high. I'm gonna turn that down to medium. All right, and then tall grass detection, perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it started. So it's gonna let you know that the blade motor has started, and it's gonna tell you to keep clear, and then it's gonna start its task. There it goes. All right, so we're gonna let it mow for a little bit, and then we'll come back out and we'll check on it. All right, guys, we are on mower view, so you can see what it looks like for the mower going forward. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up another zone in the same map. So we did our backyard, now we're gonna do our front yard. So here we go. Okay, now we're gonna click on add area. We're gonna set this as a starting point, confirm, and we're gonna go ahead and create our new zone. All right, what you want to do is kind of avoid if you have any roots like this. I need to get that out of here, but you want to avoid that if you can. Okay, so now we're going to save this, and this is going to be zone 2, a part of this same map. So now I need to set some no-go zones for the trees out here, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So we have created 2 different zones in the same map, and we have 2 no-go zones in one of those. and then we have a no-go zone in the other zone. So now we're going to choose which one we want it to, cut, and it's going to be this zone right here. All right, so as you can see, we can choose which zone we want to cut. So you can click on it or click off it, and that's going to tell it which zone you want it to cut. So we're just going to do this zone out here up front, and we're going to hit start, and then we're going to change the path direction, just make sure it's the way we want it. Okay, and it looks like it is. Perfect. All right. We want that fine. We want standard mode. Everything else looks good. So we're going to go ahead and get it going. So one of the best things about being able to have multiple zones is it can support up to 1,500 meters of yard. So if you have a big backyard, a big front yard, you have a garden, something you want to kind of customize it to cut within the garden, you can do that. And within those zones, you can actually have no-go zones. So a total of 5 zones over 1,500 meters, and the ability to set no-go zones, just an awesome product. Hey, bud, do you remember when we used to have to mow the lawn? So one thing I love about this lawnmower is on the app, you can see exactly what's been done in terms of like cutting the zone. So you can see there's 30% progress right now, and cutting time is 36 minutes. But yeah, you can see in that just those yellow lines exactly what it's done. And it goes from this to this. So we're going to send it back to its charging station right now. You can see that it's returning to charge. It's letting us know it's going to return to the charging station. So, basically this SUNTEK, RTK Robot Lawn Mower has up to 5 zones in each map, including those no-go zones, right? Which we set for this tree that's in the middle of our yard, which is just fantastic, right? You can just set so much customizations in terms of what it can do. It can handle 35-degree hill. I mean, it can go up some pretty steep hills to ensure that all your grass is being cut, right? Just an incredible lawnmower with its, artificial intelligence built in. It's got that, Vision plus AI that's just really going to help you map out the zone if you don't want to do it yourself. I kind of like doing the manual, mapping, just because it's like doing like a RC car or like a video game. It has digital joysticks. It's awesome. But yeah, just a really fantastic product. And what it's going to do is, once it runs out of battery, it's going to come back and it's going to, just like you saw right now, it's going to park itself in the charging dock. It's going to start charging. Also, if it's raining, it's going to come back because, if you've ever mowed a wet grass, it is not ideal situation. So if it's, out of battery, or if it's, raining, it will bring itself back to the charging station and you don't have to worry about it. So pretty fantastic, but let's talk more about it. As you can see, the SUNTEK RTK Robot Lawn Mower is just a fantastic piece of equipment, right? I mean, it has the AI vision, so it can map for you. It can drive itself with that, right? So you don't have to worry about it. You can be kicking back with your family. You can be playing sports with your kids. You can be cooking ribs right on your smoker, and it's going to do the lawn mowing for you. And I want to kind of talk about one more feature that will even help even further. Okay, so we're going to go in here. We're going to go to schedule. All right. Now, you can do an auto schedule where, the robotic mower can accurately calculate its work during, based on the size of your lawn. It'll kind of analyze the growth of the lawn, all that kind of stuff, and it will set it for you. I kind of like controlling it myself. So we created this one before, but let's just go ahead and add a schedule. And on you can see the area we want it to be all. The task, mode, you want to check to make sure that it's how you want it, because it's going to start on adaptive direction. But as I showed you before, I like the 60%. Where if I'm looking down from my deck, I like to see the straight lines, right? So that's what I do. Everything else, edge cut mode, standard. I kind of like it to be close. So we'll make that close. Work mode standard. I don't want it to go over twice. Medium Oscar is good. Yeah, everything else is good. So what we'll do is then we'll set the time to start at like 12 p.m. and end at maybe 3 p.m. Give it a time, chance to charge if it needs to, and then we'll set it for Mondays, okay? And then you save and you click on it, and that schedule is started. So you can not even have to worry about it, right? It will actually do it for you without you even thinking about it, which is just incredible. So just one more feature I wanted to kind of go over with you. But let's do this. Let's go over the specifications, and then we will talk about my pros and cons, and we'll close it out. All right, so let's talk about some of the specification. So it has that Net AI vision for cable-free mowing, right? You don't have to dig a cable into the ground. It also doesn't have like an external RTK sensor. It's all just built into the base, and so it comes back to the base and it just works perfectly. So you have this kind of invisible like boundary that it won't cross, which is just fantastic. It has obstacle avoidance for very smooth and safe mowing, right? So it's not gonna run into your kids or your pets. It's not gonna run into like lawn furniture. It's gonna be able to avoid if there is something in its way, and it's going to go around it. It has ultra high accuracy mapping, right? So we showed you how to map it manually, how to do it with AI, and it's just super accurate. It went right around the no-go zone. It didn't hit the no-go zone at all, and it went really close to the edge. Like, I was really pleased with that. It has a binocular vision system with like 3D depth range and a lot of different AI algorithms that really help it understand like where it should go when it's mowing. So that AI vision, continues going as you have it mow. It has smart app management. You can have 5 different zones in your map, including no-go zones, right? So you could have a zone for your backyard, you can have a zone for your front yard, and in that zone for your front yard, like ours, we have 2 trees, so you can set a no-go zone for the first tree and the second tree, and also we have a basketball hoop, right? And the pole goes down into the lawn, so you could have it do a no-go zone there as well, so it doesn't just keep on running into it and have it lift up or anything like that that would cause it to kind of lock up. You can draw custom work zones, right? I showed you how to do it manually, and you can also do it via AI, but you can really set those custom map zones so it doesn't go outside of that, which is really cool. It can cover a yard up to 1,500 meters. So that's a half acre or over 21,000 square feet. So it can really cover just a large area, whether you have a large backyard, front yard, a garden, it should be able to cover it for sure. So super excited about this product. I really like it, but let's get into our pros and cons and then we'll close out the video. All right, so my first pro, right, is fully automated and no wires. You don't need to bury wires so this thing doesn't go outside of that zone, right? It actually goes in the zone in the mapping that you set. And you can really set it on the calendar for a specific day of the week, and it will mow all the time. So it's completely automated. You don't have to worry about it. You can set it, you can forget it, and it will mow every week. Number 2, it has that advanced obstacle avoidance. So, you're not gonna have it running into stuff, destroying stuff. It's not gonna kind of lift up and, you have to reset it, those type of things. So just really awesome with that obstacle avoidance, because my kids leave toys out there. And let's be honest, they do. And so, there's gonna be a toy out there and it's gonna need to avoid it, and it totally has the capabilities to do that. So super, super awesome there. All right, number 3 on my list. If it's running out of battery, it will go back to the charging station by itself. Also, if it's raining, it's not gonna continue mowing and get really gummed up with wet grass. It's gonna stop the mowing feature and it's gonna go back to the charging station, and then there will be a delay, right? So it's not gonna be cutting wet grass, which is just a really, awesome and incredible feature. All right, number 4. It is ready to go right out of the box, right? I'm gonna say it again, ready to go right out of the box. All you have to really do is put the RTK sensor on top of the charging station, but you don't have to do anything with the mower. The mower is ready to go. All right, next one on the list, it can go up to 35-degree angle hill. So we have a hill in our backyard, and that was really one of the things that I was thinking about with this collaboration was, is it gonna be able to do that hill? And it did it perfectly. It did it fantastic. So if you have a 35-degree hill, it will be able to go up it. All right, and the last one to wrap up that pros list is the 1,500 meters, right? I mean, it can cover up to half an acre or a little over 21,000 square feet. So if you have a big backyard, you have a big front yard, and you have a garden, whatever, you can really customize it and cover a very large area because it can do up to half acre. Now, if you do have a 3/4 of an acre, it will charge and then it will pick up where it left off. So that's another really cool feature about it. But yeah, it can cover a really large area. All right, so now we talked about our pros, let's talk about our cons, okay? I only have a couple, so we'll go over those right now. You really have to find a clear path for it to come back to. So I tried to set it on one side of my swings and it kind of got confused going in there. But once I set it on the other side and it knew like that it had a kind of a clear path, then it was, it was perfect. And really the last one for me is, we have a swing set. And if you have a swing set, your kids are gonna dig like a divot with their feet, right? And so we can't have it go in there because it would kind of get stuck sideways and then we'd have to reset it. There's gonna be some supplemental trimming I'm gonna have to do, maybe a little bit of supplemental mowing in and around that playground area. But man, it's gonna cut the whole big area. So is that a super big deal? Not really, right? Because it's going to take away the biggest portion of the cutting and I'll just have to do that supplementing, a little bit later. All right. If you want to spend less time mowing on your weekends and more time spending it with your family, you want to spend more time doing the things you want to do, smoking ribs for me, right? Get this mower, check out this mower. There's gonna be links down in my description below. Really check this out because I was kind of skeptical, to be honest, with a robot lawnmower. But I have never been more impressed with a tech that I've reviewed than I am with this robot mower. It is just blowing my expectations and it's going up that hill. It's like doing the stuff I don't want to do. And like you saw, me talking to my son, we're so excited that we no longer have to mow that portion of our yard. So yeah, so check out, links in my description. We really do like, making these videos for you guys, really appreciate you. Please do hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you know when stuff is coming out. But yeah, we will see you in the next one, and we're excited to review more products for you guys.